Hey there, we're checking out Idiots in Cars today, and we are going to jump straight into this clip. Right away, we have driver number one with the dash cam footage. Driver number two just came into frame here, so it's going to be the silver sedan on the right. We're going to label this car the hatchback in front of driver number one, driver number three, and we're going to label this Jeep as driver number four. So straight away, we're going to have a lot of action here right at the beginning. So driver number two, he's going to signal twice and immediately try to merge into driver number one's lane. He does not care. He probably didn't even check his side mirror. Anyway, he tries to merge in, all near miss right there. So he almost crashes into driver number one. He realizes his mistake quickly and then he pulls out before it's too late. So then he's not too happy about that. So he tries to merge in once again. I don't know what he's seeing because there's absolutely no space here. It's really just a game of chicken between driver number one and driver number two. And he's hoping that driver number one is going to back out and possibly slow down. That is not the case here. He's just really hanging in there. Driver number one could have just probably avoided this situation by slowing down. It is what it is. Driver number two is being a little crazy. Unfortunately, that is not the situation here. He actually gets really close to driver number three. It doesn't look like there's too much traffic in front of driver number three. He's just driving at the speed limit or maybe a little bit slower. Who knows? But that is the situation here. Driver number two, visibly upset now, goes into the shoulder lane to get around driver number four. And so here we go. He's going all the way around. And let's just pause right here. So right now, driver number two in front of driver number four, he has a clear lane in front of him, or at least more than the left lane over here where driver one is. However, you're going to see where it starts to fall apart. He goes straight into driver number one's lane, brake checks driver number one. So as you can see, driver number three was pulling ahead, and driver number two decides to brake really significantly and almost crashes into driver number one here. So driver number one pulls a sweet maneuver. He goes into the right lane to avoid that situation. Driver number two tries to swipe him as driver number one is getting out of the way. So now it's personal, and driver number two does not like driver number one. So near miss there. Driver number one goes back in. Driver number four in the van or the work van or whatever this is, he's like, what's going on? He is trying to get out of here, trying to avoid the situation, trying to stay neutral. However, we're going to see that they're not letting him off easy. So driver number one sort of speeds up ahead, again behind driver number three. God knows why he does. He loves to brake. Driver number three is a highway braker, even though it looks like he should still have some room in front of him. No one knows why he's braking. Anyway, driver number two comes right back into frame here, and he again, he loves driver number three so much. He wants to just be right behind him, ride in his tail. And he again tries to merge. He successfully gets into driver number one's left lane over here, and again proceeds to brake check him. And driver number one does the same maneuver. Driver number three doesn't learn. He tries to go straight into him once again. Driver number one successfully avoids him. Driver number four in the working van, he's like, I'm out of this. So he goes into the shoulder lane and starts to slow down. All right, so now we got driver number one. He's in the clear. The right lane's got a lot of space, except for now that vehicle has occupied that lane. And we're going to see some more craziness shortly. We've got a lot of working vehicles on this road. So driver number 1 seems to have calmed down just a little bit. And driver number 3, there we go again, once again braking. Why is he braking? It looks like he does have a lot of space in front of him. There's no need for him to brake there, but alas, here we are. Okay, now we're approaching driver number 5. He's going to play a pivotal role in the next coming minutes. So take note. Interesting decal choice. Holy cow, driver number 2 came out of nowhere and tries to ram straight into driver number 1. We're not having any of that. I think he's just, teasing right now. He could have just went straight into driver number 1 on numerous occasions. I don't think that driver number 1 did a really big maneuver. Driver number 2 really wants that insurance claim to get in front of driver number 1, brake, and have driver number 1 rear end him. All right, so driver number 5 is like, these two are crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and accelerate to get out of this situation. Driver number 1 goes behind driver number 5, and this camouflage adds +2 stealth to driver number 1. Driver number 2 goes in front of driver number 5, and driver number 5 helps out driver number 1 by provides cover from driver number 2, who has less visibility now. He's being distracted by this camouflage here. And driver number 2 didn't really see very quickly that driver number 1 is now in the exit lane. And he quickly realizes his mistake. He goes into the bullnose here and he tries to get into the exit lane once again in one final attempt to stop driver number 1 from having a good day. And so he goes straight in, and driver number 1 jukes him by going back onto the highway. We see driver number 2 go like, oh crap, I want to get back into this game, but it's too late. He's already in the grass. And driver number 1 safely gets back into the highway and continues on his merry way. That's it for today, and hope you enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you on the next one.